All right. Well, now comes this photo that surfaced last week of Zimmerman's bloody head. Uh, I'm a former hospital corpsman, and I've seen all sorts of abrasions and cuts and stuff. Uh, Particularly on the head, the bone is really close, and I don't see any skin sloughing. Usually, a severe head abrasion would have some skin sloughing to where there's a flap of skin folded to one side or another, or layers of skin hanging off. Uh, I don't see that. Of course, I'm not there. I'm just looking at a picture here. But from the photo, the cuts appear to be superficial and are clearly not indicative of severe trauma. His head's not bludgeoned, and it appears to be superficial, with the skin looking mostly intact. We'll have to take a look at those medical documents when the trial comes up to be able to go into the depth of how injured he was, number of stitches or whatever. Um, if you have that information, put it in the commentary, please. Zimmerman was not admitted to the hospital, and he also seemed to bounce right out of the police car a few hours later. By evidence of the SPD video and personnel, Zimmerman lucidly communicated with the SPD personnel and walked under his own power in a steady, stable manner. This looks nothing like a man in a situation where death was imminent, in my opinion. The new photo does offer further proof that an altercation with injuries to Zimmerman occurred, and this seems to support the statement from the one credible witness who saw a portion of the fight where Trayvon was allegedly on top of Zimmerman. A young teen witness has recently stated that he felt coerced when it came to describing Zimmerman. He complains that officers gave him a multiple choice style quiz in selecting the colors of clothes. He said he couldn't really see, by his own words. Folks, the stand your ground law expresses that reasonable supposition of imminent death is in order to authorize the use of deadly force. How do you take the deadly force option to end a fight? Again, I'm not there. When the other person is 6'2" and 150 pounds, which is pretty thin. If you can reach to grab your gun, you can reach and insert your thumbs into the eye sockets of the person who is whooping on you and roll out of the fray with the force of your 30 pounds heavier frame in this case. Trayvon weighed 150, Zimmerman was 180 some odd pounds. He lost a lot of weight. If the force of Trayvon's balled fist was repeatedly slamming into Zimmerman's forehead, causing his head to bang on the sidewalk, it's still a fist fight. It's not a gunfight. But I still think Trayvon may have been using two hands, because if he was smashing Zimmerman's bald head, he doesn't have any hair to grab onto. You'd take two hands. But it could have been one. I'm not there again. But the law does not give you the right to kill someone because you're losing a fight. Look, I've seen cops put in prison in cases that look eerily similar to this. So why is Zimmerman exonerated because of this stand your ground law? How does this law give you more rights than a cop who is sworn to protect all of us? I think the language of this law citing reasonable cause to use deadly force due to death being imminent will be a key focal point in this trial. Was death really imminent for Zimmerman? I sure don't think so. Does the law's language clarify what a reasonable supposition and classification of what imminent death is? All this burden is on the prosecution. I think this law needs a heap of defining if it is to survive. I'm all for having this gun law because the criminals out there sure have guns, and we need to protect ourselves. Remember, no one saw the start of this fight. We only have Zimmerman's statement as to how the scrum started. That's it. I've seen cops put in jail where the entire altercation that resulted in the death of the suspect was unseen by any witness. So, evidently, The prosecution may have damning evidence due to the surprising second-degree murder charge they issued. Well, the coming months are going to tell the tale here as the trial unfolds, probably live on television. We'll find out. Thank you for watching the News Channel of America on YouTube.